Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly trade review number 33. For those of you who do not know, I'm the co-founder of Enslow Inc. and I was a day trader in New York City before fully focusing on the company and moving to Florida. As crypto became a bigger part of the company in terms of payouts, I applied my trading strategies to the crypto market and was able to consistently grow our fund. Now I've documented everything that I do online to refine my own trading strategy and help others become consistently profitable traders. In this video, I'll start by reviewing the top trades and the biggest lessons of last week, and then I want to move on to three important topics that I'll discuss with you today. The first one is actually the TES Lisbon Q1 2019 business trip that I'm on right now. Then the second one is how our account was able to grow over 5% in 1 week. Then the new $1 promo that we have going on for the new crypto trading course. So you won't want to miss that. We'll finish up with key support and resistance areas to look forward to in the upcoming week. And like always, I'll be as quick as possible, but try to provide as much helpful information along the way, so make sure to stay tuned till the end. So opening up the weekly trade journal overview, you can see I had a nice trade on the weekend right away to start off the week with some nice returns, which doesn't happen all the time. I typically don't trade till Monday, but there was a really nice setup that I saw coming, so I took advantage of that. That'll be the first trade I review with you guys after I go over the chart next. Then the rest of the week kind of slowed down a bit. I had a really nice trade on Monday, actually 2 trades. And then, yeah, you can see here on Wednesday and Thursday, kind of, nothing too crazy, but at least it got me over the $500 limit. In the end, for the week, I was able to close off with a nice profit of $580, so I was really happy about that. Moving over to the chart, you can see that we've had a great last 2 weeks. This was last week, and this was basically this week. Just basically was able to continue the nice upward momentum that we had from the previous week. There's loads of volatility, and that's what we've been waiting for in this market. It's hard to day trade with a sideways moving market, so it doesn't really matter if the market goes up or down. As a day trader, you can profit either way, and that's what we were able to do. So these last 2 weeks were really, really exciting. So what I really like about this week, and actually is why I put all of the trades under top trades, is that I was able to follow my strategy to the T. I closed out any of the losses or scratches quickly, so I did not take any big losses, and all the gains were exactly textbook perfect. I took my 2 to 3% profit when I had them on the table and got out. Even if I missed some more upside, it didn't really matter. I was able to get the meat of the move, and sometimes it was even perfect. So I was extremely happy about this week in trading, and yeah, let's dive right into the first one. Trade 253, like I talked about in the overview. This was actually such an awesome trade, and it reminded me of equities trading a little bit because it was so quick. It all happened in just a few minutes, and as you can see here, this is a minute chart, so you can see how fast it went. And basically, after the big initial dip that we had on Sunday, I noticed that we were forming some resistance levels here near the top, and we had a small increase in support coming in. And I knew this probably wouldn't last forever, and I also knew that after a big drop like that, there's also probably going to be a lot more potential for further downside. So what I wanted to do was scalp this play. And what I did was I bought here, or I entered the position after we bounced off this line. And the reason I only bought after we bounced off this little upwards trend line is because it confirmed that there was support, and then we will probably move to the upside. It would have been extremely aggressive to buy on this red candle because you don't know if you're going to shoot down. So I like to buy on a confirmation, and that's exactly what this plus allowed me to have. I had a confirmation, and I basically just held it as we got to this green line that I drew right here, where we had a clear form of resistance twice actually. So I was pretty confident that we'll probably go up to that line, test it, and then I don't know if we'll break out from it. Most likely not. Doesn't really matter. I want to take my profits. This was a very clean 2% trade, and as you can see, about $214 profit. So I mean, a trade like this that happens in under a half an hour is exactly what you're looking for, and you don't want to get over greedy. you're able to take your profits right off the table, close a nice weekend trade with $200 plus in profits. I mean, that's more than you can ever ask for. So I was really happy about this trade. The next trade I want to review with you guys is trade 256 LTC. This was a breakout bounce. And like I mentioned in the last weekly trade review, I never trade breakouts, but sometimes, or I do sometimes trade breakouts, but they are never my good patterns. I butcher them a lot, and it would be better if I never traded them. But what I do like to trade is a breakout bounce, and that's basically similar to a breakout. However, you wait for a bounce for it to basically gather some more momentum and then wait for that second push up. I like that one because you typically buy or are able to enter the trade at a much better area in terms of risk reward. So for some reason, this trade pattern works much better for me. Sometimes people like breakouts and are much better with breakouts, but breakouts for me, I seem to always buy fake outs, and they're not really for me. But here you can see in this chart how this breakout bounce worked. So what happened is we crashed pretty heavily, but then we kind of came back, held our highs, and we broke out again. I was thinking about getting in over here, but this is not a pattern that I trade. It wasn't anything really clear to me. To me, it was more of, you know, a coin toss. We also were coming up to some resistance, so I don't know, are we going to break out from this level or not? It's not really for me up to decide. So what I did is I waited for a confirmation, and that's exactly what happened. We broke out, then we bounced back down, and I bought near this former shoulder. And I entered that position, and all I did was basically just wait for it to come up, close the position, took my, I typically like to take 2 to 3%. But in a trade like this, breakouts or breakout bounces, these are not my favorite patterns. So I play very conservative, and I closed the position after about 1.24% profit right here and ended with $110. I did leave profits on the table, but I was able to take this kind of meat of the move right here, as I like to say, and end the day with a very clean $110 profit. And with trading, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to consistently make these profitable trades. I'm only going to be reviewing one more trade with you guys because I don't want to take up too much of your own time. You can always review them yourselves. Plus, if you have any questions, I'm always in the Discord chat to answer them. But this last trade is a support line bounce long, and this is one of my favorite chart patterns because you really see it coming from a long ways away. So support line bounces are king, and you'll always see me talking about them in the chat room. The first time I took this trade, this is one of my scratches this week. I actually got out for a small loss, even though if I held it, it would have been a really nice profit. But it was a really scary position here. Here's actually here to the left, you can see that one or like 30-minute trade I talked about in the beginning. That happened on Sunday. Anyway, here you can see we crashed again, and then we were kind of holding this area. And this is actually an area, if you zoomed out a lot further, you would see was from last week a big support area. So we're on this kind of general support line, and I liked how we were holding our highs. However, after a big crash like that, you never really know if you're going to have another big crash. So I was really kind of trading on edge right here. And what I did was I bought kind of when we looked like we might break out and do a little bit of a reversal. Although what happened was we did not have a full breakout, and it was more of a fake out, and we came back down. And at this point, I just got out. I closed my position. My thesis was more or less broken, and I just simply got out. At this price, when it falls at these levels, it can fall so quickly when a support line gets shot through. So I just got out. And then my second trade right here is basically when we didn't break back down and we were holding our highs again, I saw that and I got back into my position. I basically had the same thesis as before, and I was able to ride this trade pretty close to the top. Again, I'm looking for the meat of the move, and that's exactly what I did on this trade. So I was really happy about this one. You can see again that this trade, I was able to do over 3% in profits on it, and with my current account size or entry size, which is around $8.5 thousand, that gave me $283 to close out this trade, and you couldn't ask for more than that. I really can't wait till the account goes over 10,000 and works its way to $15,000 and $20,000 because I'm going to be able to take a bit bigger position sizes and turn a 3% profit into maybe around $400 profit, and that's when making consistent weekly returns is going to be a little bit easier. but it's also a bit riskier, but it's going to be a lot more fun in, roughly, I would say maybe a month or two, depending how many profits I take out of the account, and a few other variables, and how much volatility we have in the market, which will open up nice trading opportunities. There's nothing wrong with trading with smaller account sizes, because that prepares you when your account does get bigger, and you're going to be ready to take those larger positions. Like I mentioned already a little bit before, the biggest lessons, I didn't really have any I didn't put any trades down there, because even my scratches and my losses, I was really happy about how I handled them. That last trade I talked about, I did close out a trade that could have been profitable for a small loss, but I would do that again and again, because I was able to secure any sort of risk and downside. And that's why I was really happy with all the trades. If I did this again and again, made a consistent 5% on my account size a week, that's how you consistently grow your account, and eventually you're going to be able to take much bigger positions and make much nicer returns, even though the percentages are the same. I think, if anything, the biggest lesson would simply be fine-tuning. You can always improve your trading, and I can always probably do a little bit better, or especially with my entries. Sometimes my entries are a little too aggressive, so I do want to improve that. But yeah, there's always room to improve and learn, and that's a really exciting thing. So I quickly want to take a step back and talk again about the 5% account growth per week, and why it's so amazing. This week I started my account with about $8,600, and the ending balance was about $9,100. Which gave me a roughly 5.49% increase in my account size per week. I mean, that is huge. Times that by 4, we'll be over 20% in a month account size growth. I mean, these are really nice numbers that even hedge funds dream of achieving. I talked about this a little bit in my last weekly trade review, but after I get my account size to $10,000, I want to start my journey to get my account size to $50,000. And once the account size gets to $50,000, just to do a little comparison, $50,000, 5% account growth on that would yield me about $2,500. Here's a cool little calculator you can play around with, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I typically use this more for products that we buy and sell, or affiliate offers. Basically, like I talked about, I mean, this week we were able to bring in roughly 5.5% account growth, and starting from $8,600, you can see that basically gave me the $500 that I'm talking about. We did make a little bit more. We actually made $580. So actually our account growth this week was more like 6.5%, which is really exciting numbers if you think about it. So as we grow our account size throughout the year and have a longer goal of reaching potentially $50,000, you can see if I grow this account even 5%, or what we had this week, 6.5%, you can see that getting an account balance of, let's say, $50,000, and then you can see that the weekly profits would be much nicer. It is harder, obviously, to trade with a larger account size. Sometimes you don't get fully filled. You can also lose a lot more money. So there's a lot more variables in play. But by the time we get to $50,000, we'll really have fine-tuned our strategy, and it won't be as far-fetched as an idea as it maybe seems right now. But in the future, making those $1,000 weeks, $2,000 weeks, and even here, as you see right here, $3,000 weeks is extremely realistic. And that is a very exciting future to look forward to. Before we dive into the charts to look for the upcoming support and resistance levels, I really want to highlight one thing, and that is I am making a brand new crypto trading course. It's going to be a bit more complete. Instead of the intro and the advanced, and then the chart pattern library and a few different other things that are all kind of in separate areas, I want to combine all that together and add some new things that we learned over the course of 2018. So it's going to be a really exciting brand new course. And on top of that, something really special that we're doing is I'm giving away 100 of the first spots for only $1. So this is really huge. That means if you're ever on the fence about buying the old course, or not really sure if it's for you, $1 is about as little risk as you can take in seeing if crypto trading is right for you. So you definitely want to take advantage of this offer. All you have to do is go to profitablecryptotrader.com, and you will see what it's all about. So basically, we are launching this promo on March 31st. and it's first come, first serve. So if you want to jump on board and you want to get your $1, you've got to be ready on March 31st Eastern Standard Time. So here you can see we have 27 days left till the launch. Here's a video of me that's really excited. I talk about the promo a little bit and what you can expect in the course. There's also going to be a full-blown video that talks about the course in a bit more detail and what you can expect out of it. That goes up on March 31st. But right now, I really urge you, if you are interested or you think you'll ever be interested in trading crypto or just trading in general, because these strategies are strategies that I took from the equities market. I was an equities trader in the beginning in New York City, so this is where I actually learned all my trading from, not from trading crypto. I just applied my strategies to the crypto market, and I really do enjoy trading the crypto market because there's a bunch of other benefits that you can see out of it. I'll probably be making a video about that really soon as well. So guys, again, if you are interested, profitablecryptotrader.com. Head over. All you do, you can check out this video, scroll down, fill out your information here. I'll actually be emailing you after you do, and we can have a little chat. I would love to learn more about you and what you would like to get out of the course. Remember, March 31st is when the course launches. There's only going to be 100 spots available to get for $1, so you want to take advantage of that opportunity very quickly on March 31st. If there's one thing I know for sure, Heike and I will definitely not offer this deal again. Don't think twice about it. Get a spot for your mom, your dad, your whole family, your dog. This is a huge promotion, and I can't wait to get in touch with you when you fill out this form below. Alright guys, let's have a quick view of the charts and see what we can expect for this upcoming week. So what I like to do sometimes is start with the BTC USD shorts that you can see on Bitfinex. I don't typically like to trade off of it, but I like to see where they are because it gives me somewhat of an indicator on what we might see if there is a negative catalyst in the market. For example, right now the shorts are relatively low. We haven't seen this level, 1700, 1800, actually since the beginning of the bull market last year. So these are levels, again, that all of 2018 we did not reach. So the shorts are very low, which means all throughout the year the shorts have been covering their positions, and right now we're at the level that we were before the bull run happened. Now this doesn't mean the bull run is over, and actually it can be a little scary because if there is any negative catalyst, the shorts can really pile up their position, driving the market a lot lower. But it does show signs that we may have bottomed out or we may see the bear market slowing down. Moving over to BTC, you'll actually notice that I have a thick green line coming down the chart, and what this is actually the 180-day moving average. And I typically, if you've watched any of my videos, know that I don't like trading with too many indicators. I feel like they really clutter a chart screen, and price and volume is really the two indicators that you need before anything else. But sometimes I do like to throw on some other things, especially a very basic indicator like a moving average, because I know a lot of people are following it, and it's always interesting to see what it's doing and how the price is playing around it. So the 180-day moving average is something that can really indicate if a trend is coming to an end or if there's a trend reversal. So for example, you can see that the 180-day sometimes acts as support and sometimes acts as resistance. Right around here, at first it acted as a bit of resistance, and eventually we were able to break past it. And once we were able to break past it, it became a bit of a support for a while until we broke under it. And typically, when you break under something, it has to be broken under with a lot of volume. That's why this one, even though we did break under it, came right back because the volume was relatively low. While in the beginning, when we broke above it, we had much more volume, and that volume is critical to give you a definitive answer if there's a real reversal on our hands. What's really cool this time is you can actually see that Bitcoin came back down and actually retested the 180-day moving average. It will be really interesting to see if we bounce off these levels or dip under it again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this because I'm going to typically use my drawing tools to find the support and resistance areas on our own. Because as you can see here, I had a nice support line that was drawn, and that is also what we came down and touched. The worst thing that you want to do as a trader is have too many things on your chart, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. Coming back to the chart, you can see here that the $3,700 level again is a critical level. At first, we were not able to break past it over here. We came back to this support line, kind of chilled for a bit until we were able to get some new momentum going. The volume came in and we were able to break above it. Then the price again shot back to the $3,700 level. And if you know anything about technical analysis, you know that former resistance levels will become new support levels and vice versa. And that is exactly what you see here, almost textbook perfect. So since we had a confirmation of this line, let's go ahead and move it a little further out so we can use it again in the future and have a bit better of an eye on it. What will be really interesting to see is if we do maybe bounce off this line and kind of hold this little low area, what happens if we break down? If we break down from it, we might expect to see that this support level act as a new resistance, and any price that bounces back to this level bounces or now has a ceiling at 3,700, and we won't be able to get back above that level. These are all just simple ways to forecast future price action, and it's really nice way to base some sort of trades off of it, especially when you see a lot of support coming in and you can enter a trade, especially like a support line bounce with a decent amount of risk reward. So I realize this is a fairly long trade review, so I'm going to go ahead and start reviewing Litecoin a little bit and skip over some of the other ones, since Litecoin is the one that I most often trade. As you can see with Litecoin, again, we're on the 4-hour chart and we are seeing some huge resistance coming in where the former shoulder was before we broke down. And we weren't able to, I would say, break past a significant level. And on top of that, we weren't able to hold our highs. So those are two very bearish indicators that we'll probably be seeing the price going in a different direction. We can also see a small head and shoulders potentially forming here, shoulder one, head, shoulder, which is again a bearish indicator. This is definitely not a place where I would want to take a long position, but what I am looking for right now is some major support happening around this $40 level. I've had some limit orders in here the whole time, waiting for a larger crash, but we had nothing come up yet. I'm actually pretty happy about that, because the next thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I'm in Lisbon right now and at the TES convention, which is actually the largest affiliate networking convention in Europe. So Heiko and I have been here doing some business for Vice Offers and Enslow, and it's been quite a crazy time. I'll actually be flying back on Wednesday, so yeah, tomorrow is going to be my last day, and then luckily for you guys, I'll be back in the Discord chat a little bit more hands-on, because I'll be following the charts. We've been out almost every day and kind of going to different meetings and events, and it's been loads of fun. I think Heiko's making a video about it. But the main thing that I want to bring your attention back to is this $1 crypto course launch. If you want to get more aggressive in your trading education, then you need to get on this $1 brand new crypto trading course launch. It's going to be completely savage. I already have 47 videos planned and in the works, and there should be between 50 and 60 by the end of the year. Not to mention, you'll have access to the course for life. Besides this brand new course release, there's something else that I want to remind you guys about, and this is the ability to learn from everything that is going on right now. The course that I mentioned will give you a really good trading skill set foundation to build upon, while there's 5 additional sources that you don't want to miss out on that will help you become a consistently profitable trader by seeing and replicating the things that I do in real time. If you want access to my on average 5 watch lists per week, access to the real-time documented trades, my complete investor portfolio, the Discord private trading chat group, and the statistically backed chart pattern library, you can get all that for only $27 a month. All you need to do is go to crypto.enslow.com. Remember guys, my goal is to have the best crypto trading educational resources online when it comes to trading the best chart patterns. and becoming a consistently profitable trader. I'm getting that to you by, for the first time ever, sharing everything that I do. The reason I document each and every one of my trades is so that you can expedite your learning curve, because it's much cheaper and faster to learn from someone else's mistakes and wins on top of your own. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at alex@enslow.com or leave a comment below. That's everything from me. All the best luck, guys, and good luck trading, everyone. Ciao, ciao.